To my dear royals of Africa, this is a surprise live chat. I see my royals in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, come on in. We have a very important topic. As you know, all the topic your queen talks about are usually very important. So today, what are we talking about today? We are talking about our ancestors. Were our ancestors demonic? All right, let me give a little minute for more royals to join. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Let me see, who do we have here? All right, come on in. Gosh, I need to get connected on the other side. All right, I see more royals in there. Mbolo. Our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa are showing up. Today, I, your host and queen, we are going to talk about a very important topic. So please share the link to this chat. All right. Tell your friends we're talking about our ancestors, whether they were demonic or not. So let's have this conversation today. Like our people in Nigeria say, today, not today. We will talk about it. Come on in. All right. Come on in. Were our ancestors demonic? As you know, most of the things I was moved to talk on this topic. I happened to go through my comments, and somebody actually came and dropped a link, all right, of a video they made talking about that our ancestors were demonic. All right. So it is important that we have that conversation, because you have to understand that in the process of fighting us, they had to make us hate everything about ourselves. But only the smart one of us will be able to catch, will be able to, decipher the truth from the lies, and so on. So I think I have a moderator. I need to. Our son Parker, are you there? Let me see. All right, I see you, Monkosi Parker. I see you, my dears. Hazel, my queen, how are you? Welcome, welcome in. We have a very important topic. All right, we're gonna talk about our forefathers and foremothers, the men and women we came from. Okay, so let's have that conversation today. Today, not today. Give me another 5 minutes and we shall start. Who else is in the chat? Who else is there? Let me play some music in the meanwhile. Okay, let me connect My dear Royals of Africa, it's been a minute, and I'm being moved to do more outreach. Okay? This is the time, this is our season to heal, to get well. Okay? So come on in, come on in. All right, I see more royals joining us. Just drop a hello, JB Traveling. I see you, my dear royal son. Welcome. I see our royal son, Philip Monkosi Fortune. Mbolo. I see our amazing children of Africa. So thank you so much for tuning in today. We're having this royal conversation. So first of all, I would like to welcome you properly to our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Mbolo, Mbolwani, my people, this is your queen, Queen Mingon II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people, also known as the immortals, my people. We are. All right. So today we will talk about our forefathers and our foremothers. So I see our Wade Jam, welcome. All right, welcome to all our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. All right, so let's start. This is a royal space. We're not here to pull each other's hair. We're not here to insult each other. We are here to come together so we could talk, tackle on sensitive issues about our community affecting us. Okay, so I would like, each one of you, when you join the chat, to, give us a like, because it helps, the rotation of our videos and stuff. Share the link. If you know somebody in your entourage, a friend, a family member who believes that our ancestors were demonic, please share this live stream with them. Okay, that's the purpose of me getting out there, is to make sure the truth about our people is told. Okay, so I was surprised the other day on my messages, right? I found somebody actually, one of us went in there and dropped a link to a video, titled that the African ancestors and stuff were demonic, right? So, some people, the people who are awakened and who know who we are and stuff like that, it could be offensive. But the reaction I got of it is that, I felt pity. Okay? I felt pity for us as a people, as a collective, to realize that whether on the continent or in the diaspora, we have millions of our people who think that they came from demons. Because, our people tells us, no matter how big the lie that we're told to our children, and this again, because those on the continent that are super duper Christians, they be the one with that nonsense around. A family member dies, they can't even keep a picture, because the pastor told them if the person wasn't a Christian, the person was a demon. So the question we need to ask ourselves is that, has the enemy conquered us to that point to make us hate ourselves and completely ignore the truth and the evidence right there. It would take, you know, a high level of witchcraft, what we call witchcraft, for someone, you know, for someone foreign to you to convince you that you are demonic or your ancestors come from demons. Those who go around, you know, repeating that nonsense, anybody telling you that your ancestors were demonic has directly, not even indirectly, has directly insulted you, has directly called you a demon yourself. Because our elders tells us that dogs don't breed cats. Okay? So what does it mean? If your ancestors, meaning the people you come from, were demons, it means that you yourself, you identify yourself as one, right? A cat will identify himself as a cat and a dog as a dog and so on, right? So when some of our people go around repeating that, it shows the broken African, the father of humanity, the mother of humanity, the creator of the world civilization. Their children have been conquered and beaten to the point that they believe that they actually comes from demons. How demonic were our ancestors? Our ancestors never left their land to go and conquer somebody else's land, murder their fathers, rape their mother, murder their mother, and took their people, their children into slavery, and hang them on trees and brand them with iron. And when they lynch one of them, they set them on fire and they take actually trinkets home, little pieces of that person. These are just, these things I have listed are just like, you know, things of a deep level of cruelty, all right, of hatred. It's like the deep level of an expression of hatred toward a group of people. But and yet you never see the offspring of those real demons come around calling their people demonic. Because they know if they do, they have called their own self demonic. Now, I do get it. Our people were colonized, right? I do get it. Our people were enslaved. I do get it. But I also get one thing, that we are stronger than that. We are smarter than that. When we take, you know, these self-defeating talks out there, it tells a lot about us. It tells like we're just that being who doesn't have an identity, who doesn't have a root, who can be hired by anybody willing to claim it. So you see, with the same thing, I know the masters, you know, made many of you believe that, you know, them handling you the way they handle you made you that human being that is so distinct, so different from where you come from. But you have to understand few things, even before we get in the depth of the topic. You have to understand war. What is war? When you go at war against a group of people, and in our own case, we know what we lost. We're talking about a group of people who, you know, survival depended on our enslavement. This is what they had to gain, to sit on the throne, on our throne, because power has to be taken from somewhere. So they resent us so much, according to speak. You know, if you ask me, they are our biggest fan. Only us fail to see it. Anything our kings, these so-called demons, they told you your forefathers were, anything our kings and queen touched or held as just regular objects is worth millions in their eyes. Okay? Let's start talking about the witchcraft that made them hundreds of millions of dollars. Just like when they killed Jesus, what did these thieves did? They took his robe and put it for sale because they knew it was the robe of a king. So everything our ancestors handled is worth millions, but and yet there were these demons. Very recently, you guys saw the video Tunasheki posted on one of our pieces they recently sold for 4.2 million euro. That was an artifact that belonged to us. King number 7 brought it about. Okay? That was what connected us to ancient Egypt. Because the long mask of face you saw was made in the remembrance of Akhenaton, the one they call the heretic pharaoh, who combined all the gods in one. That was our portal to justice, our portal to light, our portal to so and so. So the young initiate, when they go through initiation, they will touch it and they are sending the other realms. This was our magic, our intellectual and spiritual property. When they get a hold of it, they go and sell it for millions. Yes, they're demonic to our children. Our children are the only ones who don't see their own value. Anything your forefather touched is in their museum. Whenever they run out of money or they go broke, they just move one piece and start auctioning it out. But the most valuable possession of our kings they took with them is you guys. Bunch of you who are walking around so broken and refusing to see the truth, refusing to give the king and the queen, the prince and the princess in you a chance to awaken. If our ancestors were that demonic, all right, why did they take their art? Why did they take their children? You mean to tell me that they wanted to steal 12 million souls from us, 12 million demonic souls, because we, the royal families, we had our own census. We know how many of our souls they stole. It took us years to come together, to come with the numbers together, but we know they stole 12 million of you from us and murdered 20 million on the continent during the war against our people. They continue going around with the story of the African who were the richest king on earth selling their own children, as long as there are idiots out there who want to believe that story, as long as there are people out there who refuse to see them for who they truly are and rather fight their own. Our most valuable possession was our demonic children they stole from us. Yes, our demonic 12 million souls they stole from us. They hated our forefathers so much that, okay, their children are demonic, but you go and take a bunch of them to come and enslave on your land and, you know, so they could build your wealth. Our fathers had to die so they could have. That's what happened to us. There are stories about, oh, Africans selling Africans. If you see that each time they're about to do something gruesome to our people, they will put Black people in key positions so that the history could say they did that to their own people. They had to wait for Barack Obama to become president to go and murder Muammar Gaddafi in Africa and destroy Libya. So in the future, our children will read, but he was a Black, and by the way, his father was African, who did that. They always plan ahead because history has to always portray them as this innocent. Now, my dear royals of Africa, what are you observing around you lately? We have a black VP, Vice President. We have a black Secretary of Defense. We have a black, now they just, push that other black woman as a Supreme Court. What does it mean? It means that whatever enormity or atrocity they're gonna soon try to push against the African people in Africa, they're going to need one of us in there to okay it for them. So each time you see them lining up nonsense like this, know that we as the people, we're in trouble, we're in danger. Because they want history to always read that they did it to their own people. So I know that we have a lot of house Negroes out there. So pay attention. This is what has been, and this is what will continue to be when it comes to us until we wake up. Our fathers didn't do any of the things they accuse them of. They want to say that a handful of puppet kings they put in place after murdering the real kings, because the other places people fought. We lost 20 million souls over trying to keep you guys home. So you mean to tell me that a handful of puppet kings were responsible for, dispersing 12 millions of our children? Impossible. It was war against our people and our land. So those of you who still want to go out there repeating that nonsense, I'm so sorry to bust your bubble. My dear children, you are broken to the core. Look at their museum, making millions of dollars every year on the artifact of our forefathers. And yet they were demonic, and yet they were poor, and yet they were this. They are yet to call it slave trade. They are yet to call it war on Africa. They rather call it slave trade because it takes away every responsibility, every accountability. Now, what trade was it? They're trading with many other countries. How many of them they go and overtake their country and change the names and destroy it, destroy the kingdom and do which ones? As long as our people don't do the necessary legwork for themselves to change the narrative about their history, the world will continue treating us the way we've been allowing them to treat us. We need to be more responsible than that. We need to take ourselves more seriously, because really our suffering will end when we start handling ourselves seriously. Each time we are about to catch a break, one of us will say no. I'd rather collaborate with the masters or the former masters, people like Mobutu, people like Mandela. Now they're setting other black people on fire in South Africa. What did their men do? Right? They want to run things on emotion. You have the future of an entire nation in your hands, but you want to go out there and run things on emotion. They showed him a letter from Winnie Lover. Dude was in jail for 27 years. I don't know if he felt that she wouldn't have somebody, watching her back and keeping her company. No, she was supposed to enslave there by herself and try to stay alive by herself. That alone, Mandela agreed to leave the economy in the hands of the white, who promised they will give it back when they're ready. And they haven't done so. So wherever you turn around, you find one of us acting foolish. And then we go around crying. We go around begging. Now, the problem is that a lot of our people in America have been trained. They can activate them like that easy against their own, because the self-hatred they put in them is so deep, it runs deep. They will go and kill another black person before they could look at a white person in their eyes and ask them, why? Why did you enslave me and my people? So we need to start, carrying ourselves there with the level of respect we demand from the other people. We cannot have, just because they're born in America, they feel okay. We have a whole black Congress, a whole black caucus, who allowed the bombing on Libya. Okay, you American, whatever, you let them use you against Africa. But guess what? As long as African is weak, the black people won't have rights here either. You bastardize yourself. So now we have a Secretary of Defense who's black. We have a VP who's black. We have a Supreme Court who's black, knowing the Democrat, they're about to do something gruesome to Africa. And what is the history going to say? They did that to their own people. So we need to really get serious. So one of our savage kids came to one of my video and put that, our ancestors were demonic. So wherever you hear someone say that nonsense around you, tell them that famous saying our people taught us, that dogs breed dogs and cats breed cats. And let them understand it. Let them stretch it. What does it mean? A killer will breed a killer. A thief will breed a thief. A murderer will breed a murderer, and so on. So if you feel you're a demon, then go with your demonic self elsewhere. Because I come from royalty. Tell them. Tell them I was born into royalty. There's nothing demonic about us. Okay, my people. So like we say, one teach one, okay? It's a process. And by the way, I meant to tell you guys, what's their name? YouTube. They're now friends, apparently. So they reopened the super chat. If some of you are moved to donate to the work of your queen, you can now go ahead and use the super chat as well as the PayPal link and so on. So my dear royals of Africa, this was the message today, but we will continue, to kind of bring more teachings about ourselves. You cannot continuously, you have to be like the other nationalities. Okay, even if they're born in America, they're Chinese American, but if they're in the Senate, they're in the Congress, they will never allow any bombing on anywhere near China. It's like no matter what, because they know as long as China is strong, they have leverage. A lot of us are talking about reparation. That's another topic I want to touch on. Our people are due for reparation. My people, trust and believe. I know. Our people are due for reparation, but what kind of reparation do you expect while you're so divided? They're sitting back and just laughing. In America, they have created so many groups because they want to separate themselves so much from Africa because their master told them that their people stole them. So they're like, I dare you come over here, get a new opportunity. Like you guys saw that field cut, that guy. Well, you come here, get opportunity and stuff. That's what the master, that's the son of the master talking on behalf of his father. They make videos saying, oh, the other blacks, if they're not from here, they shouldn't be entitled to reparation. That's the son of the master, still looking out for his father or his mother's pocket. He's like, hey, dad, master, I'm still watching for your interests. Thank you for your generous gift. Thank you for donating to your queen. Thank you. So it's like, even in the process of them trying to, get reparation for the wrong that was perpetrated against us, they still go as divisive. They're still looking out for master. They're still being a Stephen. But let me tell you something that will make you really feel crappy for those of you out there that go out there acting like slaves, sounding like slaves. Do you know, my dear sons and daughters, that when these people came, they created, it was like a law. They said nowhere to run for Africans. So what did it mean? When, for example, they kidnap you in the Gabon area and they take you to ship, I don't know, somewhere toward Angola, and for any reason you break free, because when they captured our people, they will brand you with the emblem of the crown that captured you. If it was the Spanish crown, if it was the Portuguese crown, if it was the British crown or the French crown. So when they capture an African, they will see if he was already branded. If he was already branded, guess what they will do? Politely, they will return you to the crown that originally captured you. They had that respect for one another. When he came to bring us down, these people got together to the T. Okay? So I want you guys to know that these stupid sons of Africa out there that go out there and embarrass us, makes us want to dig the dirt and put our head in the sand with shame. Those stupid ones. When it came to capture you, they created nowhere to hide, the rule. So if you run free from the French slave raiders and British slave raiders capture you, they will return you to the French as a courtesy. And they were doing that to each other. Huh? So when you guys come and go publicly and show them that you still don't get it, they're going to make you wait forever. My dear children, do not be foolish. Another thing, I told you these people were at war with us, are still at war with us, my dear children. What does it mean? It means like you guys are the world's longest held POWs. This is what you guys are. Back in the days, the POWs didn't have a status. But now, since the Geneva Convention, you know, they now have a status. And I think what we need to do as a people is to unite as one and stop that nonsense talk. I warn you guys, you will ruin it for yourselves. These people talk about interests and influences. My dear children, you need your parents. Those they brought here, what do you have to use as leverage? Because that's the only language they understand. A language which clearly let them know that if you don't move this way, this is what you're going to lose. We're talking about them having a bunch of our children still in captivity. Our children don't own their own talent. The record companies and everything. We don't own even our arts. A lot of our artists are complaining out there. We don't own our intellectual property. Even our athletes, our children in their different leagues, who own the leagues? They do. Who owns Hollywood? They do. They make bunch of money. It's like there's so many ways they can enslave our children and make money off of them. But until our children wake up and have enough love and respect for themselves and say, no, nous décidons going forward. For those who don't know, nous décidons means we call the shot. Okay? This is us, the new generation. So our people in captivity don't have influence. Even when one of the rich ones, those who have made it, when they want to raise their head and do something for their community, what happens to them? They get punished. All right? They get punished for that. Something terrible happened to them. All right? So you have to face it. You're not standing on anything that's going to make these people want to pay you for reparations. But if you team up with your people at home, you shut your big mouth, okay? And tell people at home, we're ready. Let's do this. Your people at home have economical agreements with these people. Your people at home are sitting on wealth, natural resources they need for their world to go round. Your people at home, whether you like it or not, our people, it's a country. When we come here holding our passport, if they mess with us, they're going to have to answer to somebody. That's the difference between you guys and us. So the further you bastardize yourself, the more you're going to be perpetually screwed. Forgive my French. You have to understand that you need your parents. Currently, there's like 23 countries or so who told them, screw you, we're not going to support you just for the sake. I'd be humble if I was a child in the diaspora. This is the time you get closer to home. Give them a reason to really tell them F you. Give them a reason to really go to war for you. And stop acting foolish, going out there promoting xenophobia. I saw another one, the Go Black to Africa or whatever. That one is an agent, and I say it again. From talking about Russian trying to use African, now he's talking about there's an African-American woman who got power at home. No African-American gonna go and rule over us at home. When our children make it home, they come home to us as our children, as African. Because when you say African-American, it means the orders are coming from DC, and we don't need that. Those who feel like that better stay home with their masters. It won't be a happy camping. We will not have another Liberia, where it became, when it became a clan of the African Americans against the native. They took an entire cabinet and executed them, and it became a requirement. If you didn't have a slave master last name, you couldn't be in the cabinet. We'd be damned before we see that happen again. So be careful to all the little idiots out there, ready to be used against our own people. So you guys need to be smart about it. When they go around saying lineage, let me tell you, my understanding and my vision as your queen, I have to let you in on many things. When they say based on lineage, so what does it mean? A white person with 5% black blood will be entitled to it. But our children are so, they don't think right anymore. Any bone they toss at them, just like they say, they're going to give minority business contracts, state contracts, or you're going to have to go through a certification that certifies your company as a minority company, to wake up and find out that our dear white sisters are considered minority on the workplace. So the cake that was supposed to come to the Negro is splitted. But people like Phil Scott get mad at the Africans who come here get their opportunity. So I'm just so sorry to burst your bubble. You are a child in captivity, and you carry no weight to make these people want to pay you a dime. They have stripped you of absolutely everything. They own you still. They own your economics. That's why they burned down the Black Wall Street. So you are still in their net, and you are not getting any reparation without them having to lose anything. It doesn't work like that in politics. Okay? So since they want our people to side with them, pay our people reparation, that's how we move. But since many of you are such masters little pet, they have to look out for master's interest. Master, I'm going to make sure other Negro don't get anything. When they came and fetch you, do you think they were discriminating? Oh, they were very courteous to one another. Oh, you're a French catch. Okay, I'm going to return you to the French governor. That's how it was. So I'm just tired of watching videos, people claiming African hate them. There's even a sister, she has just quit trying to get us together. because she was assaulted on the net by our people in America. They're the ones spewing that venom, that poison, you know, because they're the masters, the former masters, little maniac. But you can't have it both ways, you know. Tata Nzambi didn't design us to be perpetually slaves, but many of us want to keep us in enslavement. So it's time we see people for who they are and call them out on that. We are more than that. We know better. Okay, my lovelies. So that was it for today. I hope the message helped. So let me see who our royals are there. Oh, I see our royal son, Dr. Patrice. Monkosi Patrice Mbolo. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, my dear daughter Hazel, for your donation. Thank you. Blessing to you, my dear son, Patrice Lumbumba. It's just like I told you, I mean, we are who we are. And I keep on telling you, we have children and children. We have children, we need to spend more time with talking to them, cautioning them, telling them the truth about things. And we have the other set of children we really never lost. I mean, the minute the interaction with them, I mean, we just click eyes. We're like, they almost ask you, what took you so long? Type of thing. You know, so it is important that you understand the royalty you were born into and you come from. These people are selling your forefathers' artifacts at millions of euros. Little object. Yeah, they can carry the object, but the power resides in us. Yes. And there's nothing they can do about it. So we need to start viewing each other as one. My people, there's no way out. There's no way out of this. I heard there's a round table that is about to come. They're talking about the right to return in Addis Ababa. It's coming in May. I believe it's the week of the 22nd of May. So the different diasporan, how you call it? The different diasporan association, you know, are going to attend, because in some countries, our diasporan who go home are not welcome the way they need to be welcomed. Basically, they're not accommodated, like given a, you know, proper paperwork. I mean, they need to get instant citizenship, any country they enter, right? But there are some countries, you know, where the master has puppet, they will do exactly what the master says, you know. So just like if you know people who came here as a refugee, they will tell you that they have people watch video hours long, you know, showing them the crime black people commit in this country to put the fear of black people in them. They do that to all their refugees they bring here. So while they do that to the people they bring here, back at home, they go around their embassies. That's the job they do. They go around talking nonsense about our people. These returning are dangerous. These returning are dangerous. So I laugh, LOL, like my kids say, mommy, LOL. I'm like, I laugh, LOL, when I see our stupid one go out there and be so American. I'm like, it's painful to watch. I'm like, man, look at what they have done to our people. It's painful. They go there and ready to hurt any of us on demand, on command from their former masters. They go and claim, oh, master, trust and believe, I'm going to make sure no other Negro come. I'm like, good. It hurts. I'm like, look what they have done of our people. Look what they have made of our people. Royals like you, direct sons and daughters of kings and queens. Some of you, when you were kidnapped, you were heir, apparent to the throne. What is going to take for you people to wake up? Okay, anyway. You know, you have to understand how much Tata Nzambi has loved us, and he loves us. He's giving us the opportunity to do a do-over. So this time around, what does he take? Us uniting as one. When we clear our pipes from jealousy, hatred, anything, we're still demanding justice. Asking for reparation is a form of justice. Yes. And other justice, we're still demanding for that, but we need to detoxify ourselves. We are not the people who should spend time in supplication. When we are well equilibrated, when we are well calibrated, we decree things into existence. No supplication. That's what their religions don't want you to do. Their religion thinks you have to suffer to get an inch. We are God's children, never forget that. Okay? So to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, I spent a tremendous time, just sharing with you. I need you guys to wake up, okay? We need to wake up. You need home. You need home. You want to go with your lineage base. You're going to see white people showing up. I have 3% black, and they're going to fill their pocket again with that money. And our people are going to sit there looking dumb as ever. And it hurts because you guys are better than that. I know who you are. You better than that. Wake up. Thomas say, I don't understand it when the truth about is in the air already, yet they still fall for the same trick in a new form. Exactly. Exactly. Our son Patrice say, Tata Nzambi has said, whenever the people are united, there he has commanded us to be blessed. Absolutely. When we united, we decree things into existence, my people. But he also said we need you in America for a little bit. E1, B1, E whatever, we are the same royal blood, absolutely. Until our children understand it. You need your parents. And we need to stop all these different associations. Those of you who are going to show up, who have the intention to attend, that right to return, because it's time. The diaspora show up in style. Because let's not forget, the diaspora has the rank of a child. In the eyes of our people back home, you people are the children. They refer to you as the children. And what happens when you have children, they want to get involved into some kind of activity? There's one you feel that you have to push, you have to do the research and find out the place, the when, the how much. And compared to the kid, you don't need to do all this. That kid goes and found out by himself or herself, and they only come to you wherever they need you. Usually it's payment. You are bound to execute what that other kid wants because that kid shows readiness. I mean, you will lose faith if you don't satisfy, that kid, petition. It's the same thing when it comes to the African Union. I know we complain that they're not doing enough, but we are to engage them. And the way we should engage them is we unite under one organization. All of you who are Pan-Africanists over there, get together under one organization. Select the one of you that can bark loud, okay, to be the representative. Select the one that can speak the loudest, that can talk sense into our people without offending them, because I know them. Okay? So once we do that, we get all the organization under one, and we show up. Whoever will attend that convention, find the fabric. You guys need to show up in a uniform as one, and elect a leader who will speak on behalf of the diaspora. What is the diaspora? We're looking at 250 or 260 million of you. So one person needs to carry the voice of that amount of people. What would it do? It would put pressure on them to have to listen to what we have to say in the diaspora, because we have short effort in uniting. So we mean business. Okay, this is how we move. We mean business, knocking at your door, standing as one. And when we do that, then they'll be forced to give us a seat, because the decision made and blah, 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 we never involved. You force people to look at you and treat you with respect. So we need to be organized on our end. That's what we need to do. Okay, my people. All right. So you have to understand that there's no reparation. They're gonna pay you, where there's no tricks, where there's no loophole for the money to end up in their own pocket. If you don't get with your people back at home and shut the hell up. Going out there encouraging xenophobia and stuff, it make our people back at home to not look at us in friendly manner. They're already sitting on fire. They already have to watch their back, because we are all traitors. We betray one another. They're already under, those who can really do things for us, they're already under the pressure that they may get whacked, they may get poisoned by the person next to them. And now you're talking about fighting, you know, risking going to war for a bunch of ungrateful idiots. All they do is get on the internet and say how much they despise Africans, how much they are not Africans, how much you yourself won't put up with it, and you come from us. What makes you think we're gonna put up with this? What makes you think we're gonna put up with that level of disrespect? You come from us, remember that. Dogs breed dogs and cats breed cats. Our people say dogs don't breed cats. Okay? So if many of you are stubborn, where do you think you got it from? The manufacturer, home base, you got it from. If many of you are beautiful, where do you think you got it from? From your former master raping your mothers? No, you got it from us. If some of you are handsome, where do you think you got it from? From your forefathers back at home. So let's stop the nonsense, the mind, you know, and slave and stuff. Drop it. You are royals, period. Okay, my lovelies. So to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, peace, my people, in your home. Share the messages. It could help other people. All right? Love in your heart and unity, for without which we are so done. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. Until next time. You guys want to do this every day? Let me see what you say. How often do you want to chat with your queen? All day. Okay, my people, it's important that we start healing. It's now. Okay? So our people are not demonic. I'm not claiming that all of us were good. No, none of us is born demonic. People become demonic through the choices they make in life. This is where they lose the favor and the protection of Tata Nzambi. None of us is born demonic. So If some of us out there feel that their ancestors were demonic, tell them they are demonic. You are not. Okay, my people? So peace, love, and unity. Until next time. Mwah.